Plaintiff Casey Kaspersik says the defendant is his older brother, and he's been bullying Casey since they were kids. Casey and the defendant are lifelong LA Rams fans, so when they made it to the Super Bowl, Casey bought them tickets to the game. But the defendant failed to repay him for his ticket, so he's suing. Defendant Robert Kaspersik feels Casey has some deep-rooted resentment towards him, and he has no idea why. Robert doesn't believe he owes Casey for the tickets because while there, Robert talked his way into getting them better seats than Casey purchased. And he's countersuing for the difference in ticket value.
Start with you.
All right, well, Your Honor, this is my brother. There's 6 years difference between us.
Who's the oldest?
Well, I want to make that clear. He is the oldest.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. The older we get, the more people ask, are you younger or older? He is my older brother. And, my entire life, I've been kind of bullied and pushed around by my older brother, okay? When we were growing up, he would always ask me if he could sign the name on the greeting cards that I purchased for our mom. When we played video games, he would play.
And both of you would sign it, right?
Well, I bought it. I bought the greeting card.
You didn't share the cost?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
this is where it started. This is where it started.
Started back then.
Come on.
Put his name on mom's card,
That's
but didn't
ridiculous.
put any money in.
That's ridiculous.
Go ahead. All right.
Okay, so and on top of that, we used to live in a house with an avocado tree in the back when we were younger, and we would pick the avocados and put them in bags and like set it out front and on the driveway to sell to people. Well, he'd go back in the house, go to sleep or play video games. I'd be out there all day selling the avocados. And
That's just good business.
End of the day, here comes.
That's just good
End
business.
of the day.
He's a cute little kid.
No.
They're stopping for him. I picked them. I was taller.
End of the day, here he comes.
Did he pick them
Where's
for
my?
him?
I mean, he helped.
Yeah.
He helped pick
No.
some.
No.
Did you help pick them?
Yeah.
I held him up.
Yeah.
I held him up.
We both picked them. Okay.
There's more work holding somebody up.
Right. Now we're getting somewhere.
But I sat out there all day waiting for cars to come by, trying to make $20, and then he'd come and want, at least half.
Okay, I split it with you.
No. So, and then on top of that, I don't know if you remember this, but there was a piano teacher across the street, and I would go on the afternoons to take piano lessons, and as I walked across the street, he'd get ice cubes from the freezer and start throwing them at me. And he's got good aim, let me just tell you.
Well,
he bullseye every time.
That is true, but I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. You're growing up, he would always ask me if he could sign the name on the greeting cards that I purchased for our mom.
And both of you would sign it, right?
Well, I bought it. I bought the greeting card.
You didn't share the cost?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
this is where it started. This is where it started.
Started back then.
Come on.
Defendant Robert Kaspersik is being sued by his brother, who claims Robert has been bullying him since they were kids.
Let me hear from you, sir. Give me some background on your relationship with your brother over the years. Let's start there.
He is my younger brother.
Thank
Okay.
you.
You can't tell. You look younger than
Thank you. I love my brother, okay? This goes back, I believe, to when we were very little, okay? Our parents got divorced when he was 2. I was 8. That's a big deal being 8 as opposed to 2.
Absolutely.
There were a lot of things he didn't have to deal with that I shielded him from. I didn't have a shield. I took it for him. Okay? And I don't know where this is coming from, but there is a deep-rooted resentment he has towards me, and he's never looked at me as his older brother.
Did your dad come around later?
My dad is not really in the picture too much.
Right, and so
That's not correct. That's not correct.
Oh, so you had a relationship with him?
Yes, absolutely. We have both parents were divorced, but they're both in the picture.
Okay, I'm just
They're in the
see, maybe
picture.
that's it.
not
I
it.
was thinking
They're in the
maybe.
picture,
You didn't
but
shield me from
outside the
anything.
frame.
You didn't shield me from anything. Okay?
I shielded you.
No.
You don't even know.
I
You were
don't know
2.
because it didn't happen.
Do you remember being 2?
I remember a lot of things.
Do you remember being 2?
A lot of things.
Do you remember being 2? Because I remember
Do you
being
remember
8.
being 2?
No. I remember being
You're
8.
acting like 2.
I remember being 8. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things that you don't know and you are unaware of, and I still shield you to this day.
Great. My brother never had to want for anything, okay? There was no...
Because you were selling the
coming.
avocados for me. I appreciate
Yes,
it.
exactly. He had me out there every day.
Appreciate it. We were successful.
I know you were. He got underpaid, no doubt.
He got all the Otter Pops he wanted.
He's the master manipulator for everything.
I'm listening to him, but no. Was there consistent arguing growing up? Because I'm not hearing that.
No.
I'm hearing just what you said, and that's what big brothers do.
No, he was a lot younger than me. So we weren't hanging out, going to the movies. He didn't have the friends that I had. He stayed at home with our mother and watched, TV and played his games and did his thing. And, I went out and had fun with my friends. We didn't associate on that level.
Right. When you were 20, he was 14.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who hangs out with a 14-year-old
Nobody.
at 20?
Nobody.
Except when I had money.
Well, right. Hey, what are brothers for?
He knew when I got money for graduation, when to come around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That didn't happen very often. I mean, that's a
It happened more graduations than you had.
Well, that is true. And that's why we're here. Can you see the bravado and the arrogance that he's displaying? That's why we're here.
No arrogance, all truth, all facts.
My brother was 6 years older than me, 8 years older than me, and 10 years older than me. My mother made my brother roll with me. She made him take me. And that got me in a lot of trouble. So you did well not rolling with him at age 8 when he was 14, or at age 12, that was pretty much the case with me, and my brother was 18.
You know what, Your Honor? I'm 6 years older than him, and in a lot of ways, and I don't want to get emotional about this, but I think I had to become the big brother way too early.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure.
And I'm 8 years old, having to do things that people shouldn't really have to do, and I don't think he's ever appreciated that.
He didn't recognize it. He doesn't recognize it. You can't appreciate something you don't recognize. He doesn't recognize it because he wasn't necessarily aware of it. It didn't necessarily dawn on him. People that help me or help you or whatever, when you look in the past, you see it in the rearview mirror. Once it dawns on you, and then you say, that was a sacrifice for my brother. Yeah, he missed some of what he could have been doing, because that's what I'm hearing, and I agree totally, sir. There's no way he could not at that age that you were.
But, Your Honor, I can remember at 8. I can remember at 8. And he still wasn't there for me. So when I can remember, he didn't do any of these things that he's saying. So that makes me believe it didn't happen at 2.
That's a lie. When you were 10, guess who was driving us to our dads every other weekend to spend time with our dad? Me.
Yep. My brother's driving me to the dope house with him, so I know. I go, yeah.
It was a bit of a risky move, because as soon as he had a car, he was in an accident.
That's neither here nor there.
And can I also just say it's not all bad, Your Honor? Okay, my brother's a good guy. He's a good father. He has 3 awesome kids, and but my brother has an ego. And he thinks he's better than everyone, thinks he's smarter than everyone, better looking, and he'll always have the newest sunglasses or tennis shoes. And when I go to things and I see him in this, and then he'll say, hey, can you give me some money, or can you do this for your niece? And I'm thinking, well, if you had money to buy your sunglasses, why are you asking me for money?
Interesting.
Do you do that?
No, I
Buy
usually...
what you want and beg for what you need?
You know what, Your Honor? I'm driving
That's what they call ghetto fabulous.
I'm driving an 8-year-old car so that my kids can drive different cars.
Not ghetto fabulous.
No, I don't put it out there. I don't even wear sunglasses. Yeah. Okay? So I don't know where that comes from.
I don't see any Gucci.
No.
I don't see any...
This is not a designer.
He seems to be a very prudent man with his money.
I live very modest.
He's not wasting his money, sir. He lives modestly. I mean, I was calling him ghetto fabulous because that's what people, when they buy all this stuff they can't afford, and then they go to friends and family and say, can you help me with the rent?
Have you ever heard of the term, the pot calling the kettle black?
Yes. All right, he's ghetto fabulous.
Yes. Your Honor, I've worked for everything that I have, okay? I've worked for everything I have, and I'm generous to a fault. All right, I'm generous to my brother and to my brother's family. All right,
that's correct.
So,
guilt.
Everything I have, I've earned. And when I go to things and I see him in this, and then you say, hey, can you give me some money, or can you do this for your niece? And I'm thinking, well, if you had money to buy your sunglasses, why are you asking me for money?
Do you do that?
No, I
Buy
usually...
what you want and beg for what you need?
You know what, Your Honor? I'm driving
That's what they call ghetto fabulous.
Defendant Robert Kaspersik is being sued by his brother, who claims Robert has been bullying him since they were kids.
Makes you feel good, too, doesn't it?
Well, Yes, I appreciate it.
No, I'm saying being generous.
Oh, being generous, absolutely. I love taking everyone to the theme
People need
parks.
to know that. I tell folks all the
Yeah,
time.
it feels good to be generous. Yes, I love my family.
I would love to be generous.
Maybe that's why we want a good feel. We just going to give something away.
Well, and in fact,
Matter of fact,
I was.
How much I owe you?
$40.
All right. What? I need to feel better. Didn't we just establish that giving to others makes you feel better?
Agreed.
You don't want me to feel good.
Please feel good.
At the end of the day, I gotta get some change. I'm gonna give you 40. I ain't giving you the whole.
What do you
100.
got? What?
All right, I'm gonna get some change and give you your 40.
All right.
He'll take whatever you got.
Whatever you got is good. I don't.
Give me $4.
All right.
We'll get that $4.
I appreciate it.
That's
Thank you, Judge.
40 divided by 10.
But see, just how he swindled you out of that, he swindles me. He's like a genius.
That's a
He's a
good
genius.
You are right.
Have you given other people money?
And he ain't even asking. That's the first time I
Whoa,
ever
look
did
at
it.
that. Look at that.
First time ever. We've been on TV
Take care
for
of you.
23
See?
years. Never have I done that. This guy comes in, he talks me out of almost every dime.
Well, we're getting there. I need a few more.
No, I just wanted to feel what it's like to be you.
Oh.
I'm sorry, guys. This is. Let's get to the Super Bowl tickets.
Right.
What happened?
So then, our favorite football team are the Los Angeles Rams.
Whose house?
Rams house. And
Lions house.
No.
What?
Okay.
Oh, wait, y'all. How did you win the Super Bowl?
By your quarterback. That Thank you for that.
By the
Matt
Detroit
Stafford.
Lions
you.
quarterback.
Yes.
He left in 1 year. He
Well,
wins
it's
the
amazing
Super
when he
Bowl.
goes to a real team. What happens?
Go ahead, sir. So what happens?
well, all right. So the Los Angeles Rams are our team, and we grew up going to the games. Our grandparents would take us to the games in Anaheim, and we were very excited when the Rams made it into the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. And my brother and I, we didn't think it was possible to go to the Super Bowl, but his birthday was the day after they made it into the Super Bowl. We went to sporting goods stores, bought jerseys, hats, all the Super Bowl gear. And then as it got closer and closer, we're like, we gotta go. Like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. The Rams are playing in Los Angeles in the Super Bowl. And, it's like a bucket list item. So the prices are outrageous, but we kept looking at it and we tried to figure it out. And I said to my brother, hey, if I buy these tickets, you're gonna pay me back, right?
How much were they?
Well, for 2 tickets, it was 80. Well, let's see. 2 tickets.
Don't act like you don't know.
My brother owes me for his Super Bowl ticket.
How much were the tickets?
For both of them? $84.94. $8,494.
4,000. You all must have been in the nosebleeds.
Yes.
To say the least.
Yes, they were
I
up
took
by
my family because it was Matthew Stafford.
Yes,
First
right.
time in L.A. Super Bowl. They had to be a part of it. Their rich friends told them
You were
they
there?
wasn't going. Yeah, I was there.
You must have been down. You must have had good seats.
About that. Make my business show business. All right. But even though I'm doing it, go ahead, sir. So you all had those 8,000. That's a lot of money to spend. What was the
That's
agreement?
a lot of money to purchase at one time.
No question about it.
Plus parking.
I'm still paying mine. No
Yes.
question.
So before I made it, though, I said, and he said, of course I'll pay you back. Of course I'll pay you back. So, like an idiot, I bought the tickets. We went to the game. You were there. Mm-hmm. It was an amazing game. Mm-hmm. And now here we are. Haven't seen a dime for those tickets.
And he had agreed to pay half. Had he given you a time frame?
Weekly payments and monthly payments.
Okay. Did he make any?
He talked about it.
Right.
He said he wanted to. He said he wanted to make the payment.
But
I
that
did.
didn't buy you groceries.
No.
With
no.
him saying that. That's
Yeah,
my
no,
point.
right,
It was worth
exactly.
nothing when you just say it.
Yes.
And not make a plan.
And now here comes time, I'm trying to get a new car, and I need that money, for investing in a new car.
When you've asked him for your money, what does he say?
It's coming. He'll take whatever you got.
Whatever you got is good. I don't.
Give me $4.
All right. We'll get that $4.
I appreciate it.
That's
Thank you, Judge.
40 divided by 10.
But see, just how he swindled you out of that, he swindles me. He's like a genius.
Defendant Robert Kaspersik is being sued by his brother, who claims Robert has been bullying him since they were kids.
Sir, let me hear from you on this.
Well, first off, I appreciate the fact that he bought the Super Bowl tickets. It was a bucket list. My grandparents did have season tickets from day one. You're not going to not go to the Rams in the Super Bowl in their home stadium.
Right.
So, of course, I'm going to tell him, yes, I'll pay him back. I want to go, right? I mean, I'm not going to say, look, the chances are I'm probably not going to pay
Now
you
you're
back.
sounding more and more like my big brothers. Go ahead.
I mean, I guess moving forward.
That's what he would say.
Moving forward, if he says, you want to go to the Super Bowl, can you pay me back? I'll say, probably not, but I'd like to go. Okay? That maybe is the way I'll do it in the future. But I said, yeah, let's go. I had dreams of wanting to see the Super Bowl. Okay?
Did you ever agree to pay half?
I did. Did I think it was possible to pay him half? I always think it's possible, but then something happens. I have 3 kids. I'm living life. He's by himself. He has no kids. Okay, so I have responsibilities. Things always happen. Kids need braces, they chip a tooth. Dorm needs to be paid for college. Something happens. I wanted to go to the Super Bowl, so we did, okay? So here's what I contribute, Your Honor. I have a certain set of skills, all right? We get into the Super Bowl. Happy to be there. If you look
Good con man, if that's what you're talking about. You're a good con player. I can hear that. Go ahead.
If you look at photo 8, Your Honor, when we first got into the stadium, we were in the 500 levels. We got the cheapest seats you could get. Our heads were above the scoreboard.
For $4,000 each.
Yes.
Can you believe it,
You
folks?
couldn't even see the people. They looked like ants.
Yeah,
okay?
You're right.
That was right where we were. The lady took our picture. We were happy to be there.
Yes.
Okay, let me finish.
We were in the game.
Yes. So,
Doesn't matter where you
it
sit.
doesn't matter. And that's what you like to say, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We got in and I appreciated it. Now, this is where it turns, okay? He says to me, hey, I wonder if you can work your magic, like can you get us down, lower? So guess what I do? I go to guest relations and I find a sweet little lady and I say, I'm really having problems with the oxygen up on the 500 level. It's very difficult and it's hot. It was unseasonably warm, okay? And I said, I don't think I'm even gonna make it to game time. And we have season tickets to the Rams. Excuse me, my brother has season tickets to the Rams. Is there anything you could do for us? And she says, well, let me check. And within 2 minutes, we have 2 brand new tickets on the 300 level. So he says, this is unbelievable. We go down and we sit in the 300 level. We're making progress. We're moving down. Okay? So we're sitting there for all of about 5 minutes. And he says, well, heck, let's see if we can go lower. So we go down to the bottom. And I find my, let's call it my mark, and I see her and she doesn't even care. And I go up to her and I said, hey, we're supposed to talk to somebody on the bottom about moving our seats because there was a big snafu. And do you know where the ticket manager is for the bottom level? And she goes, I have no idea, but you're welcome to go look and see if you can find her.
Ah, you got good con. Go ahead.
She lets us go right down the escalator. We're on the 100 level now, and if you look at pictures 11 and 12, Your Honor, I believe you'll recognize LeBron James and Kevin Hart. They're behind us. We end up with seats so
Whoever
good.
took the picture was in the seat in front of them.
So
No, sir, they were in the suite.
Yes.
And you all were down
Correct.
in seats. That's
Correct.
why you're able to turn around, but you do have good
Yep.
seats now
Why
for
not?
you to be
So-
able to be at that suite level.
my brother says, let's see what these seats are going for right now. So he looks it up, $17,000 a piece.
Yeah.
And I said, you're welcome.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. And I said, would you feel more comfortable if we went back to the other seats? Because at least that's where we're sitting and you don't have to worry about anything. He goes, we're not leaving. He only paid $4,000 a piece and ended up with $17,000 seats. He owes me.
That's what it sounds like.
My services are free.
I owe him for buying tickets to take him to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Ain't even played me. I'm sorry. You're one of the best I've ever seen, man.
He could have left. He could have gone back up. He stayed.
I wanted to do this with my brother. I wanted to have the experience of being at the game with
Yeah.
my brother.
Okay.
I wasn't going to leave.
Do you consider the results a gift from him
I get to, absolutely.
to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate what he did, but I didn't ask for it. I'm certainly not paying for it.
My brother and I have developed a pattern. He pays, and I get us upgraded. There's a partnership there.
But he would have never have been in the stadium without me to get that opportunity.
You would have never been in those $17,000 seats
without me getting him there.
That's true. We wouldn't have gone to the game without you. I agree.
And you'd have still been in the nosebleed without him.
And we would have loved it.
Why didn't you leave then and go back over there when he offered you to go?
Oh, it was a way better seat. I could see the players.
The halftime show was insane. And, we wouldn't even have been able to see that.
Yeah, he was on stage with Snoop performing.
I mean.
Oh, no, you're the best I've ever seen. You done worked your way up on the stage with Snoop.
Pretty much.
Just about. That was about.
Got your joint, too. You got your weed with it, right
Well, we won't. I don't know about that.
Defendant Robert Kaspersik is being sued by his brother, who claims Robert has been bullying him since they were kids.
Sir, the problem you have is that unless you can show me something in writing or communication where he acknowledges this is a pattern where you get the promotional opportunity from the basics and then you all split that. What I do know is if there's no contract to repay, it is a gift. You gifted your brother an upgrade. On the other hand, you had a contract by your own admission to pay for that $4,000 ticket.
Oh, I believe my brother even has it in writing.
That he would pay for the ticket.
Yes, that he'll pay.
Well, he had said he'd pay for the ticket. The only issue was
There's
his
no
defense
contract.
of the increase in value. There was no agreement attached to
I
that.
wanted to pay. I appreciated being there. If I could have paid that day, I would have.
Well, pay tomorrow. $4,333 is your judgment. Your claim is dismissed, sir. There was no agreement value attached.
I'm gonna give my brother.
I want it.
You can have that.
And you owe me 36.
Sure do. You're right. You're the best I know. You're going to get your money. Anytime I get played legitimately, I'll pay up. I acknowledge it. Game, recognized game.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You got the game and going with it.
Thank you.
All right. I done dropped my
Judge.
books and lost my lesson when it come to you.
This is ridiculous that we're even here. I will get you your money. It's going to take a while. I'll make payments.
Look, let me say, I appreciate what you did for me as a child. Maybe I don't recognize it enough, and I don't appreciate you, so thank you. I love you.
I appreciate you saying that.
But, I'm not going to be taken advantage of anymore.
I agree. I don't want to take advantage of you. And I'm working to better that so that I can pay for the Super Bowl next time. And I'll take you. And guess what? I won't make you pay me either. Okay? Little punk.